Hey guys, Marv Talks Wrestling here. Welcome to my WCPW Loaded number 23 results review. I don't know exactly when this video is going to go up, but it will go up probably around Thursday or maybe even today. No, not today. Today is Monday. I'm currently recording this Monday, the 27th. I just got done watching Loaded number 23, and my upload is on Wednesday. My upload is on Thursday, Friday. Who knows? But I will upload it this week definitely. Anyways, WCPW Loaded number 23, the Galloway show for WCPW Exit Wounds, which I'm sure is going to be a great show because they never disappoint. Do they? They don't. They don't disappoint. They're good. They're good. Anyways, Loaded number 23. Let's get straight into the results. So Martin Kirby, unfortunately, is not going to be WCPW General Manager from here on out. He will announce a new WCPW General Manager at Exit Wounds. Who could it be? Is it me? I can't say. Is it that bloke in the crowd? I don't know. It could be anybody. Who's it gonna be? Hey, let's ask the crowd. Hey, UK crowd, who do you think is going to be WCPW General Manager? Maybe it's him, maybe it's not, but I'll tell you one thing. If it's Hornswoggle, I will kill myself. Anyways, the reason Martin Kirby will no longer be general manager is he gave a heartwarming speech as in he wasn't born to be a general manager, he was born to be a wrestler. He is a wrestler. And he wants to chase after the WCPW Championship, and rightfully so. He was very close to winning that from Joseph Connors back in Refuse to Lose, which I think was back in October. And yeah, he wants to go back to wrestling instead of running a wrestling promotion. So as aforementioned, he will announce a new What Culture Pro Wrestling General Manager at Exit Wounds. Maybe it's me. I don't know. I don't know who it could be. Who do you think it's going to be? Alright, after the vicious attack from BT Gun to Joe Coffey, BT Gun returns from suspension to face Joe Coffey in what was a pretty good match back in January, if you can recall, in WCPW Loaded. I think it was in Edinburgh. If I'm wrong, I probably am. I don't know. Either way, it was in the UK. It was in WCPW Loaded in January. BT Gun attacked Joe Coffey, causing BT Gun to get suspended and Joe Coffey to be out for injury. But then Joe Coffey returns to face BT Gun in what was a pretty good dang match. I enjoyed the match; it was pretty stellar. Joe Coffey ended up winning after hitting the This Is Clothesline, which I think he caused the Black Coffee. And yeah, he goes over BT Gun. Those two had a stare off in the middle of the ring. Then BT Gun just walked off. And it's not the last time we see Joe Hendry for the night. Not Joe Hendry. Joe freaking Coffey. I'm sorry, Joe Coffey. Did not mean to confuse you to Joe Hendry, the local wanker. Who can't do anything about it because I am in the United States of America and he's in the UK. Come at me, bro. And then after the match, we saw a promo by, damn, what's his name? Something Slater, something Heath Slater, something. I'm just kidding. It's Liam Slater, you see, because I'm not King Ross. I'm not a sick guy. I'm the guy. Anyways, he cut a promo saying, Johnny Moss may be out from competition, but hell, Liam Slater is here, and he's probably going to go for some singles competition. He challenged Zack Sabre Jr. to a match, which is pretty ballsy. It's balls of steel. And later in the night, he would go on to have that match with Zack Sabre Jr., which I will get to in a bit. Alright, so if you recall, I think a couple of months ago, it was definitely a while ago, where B. Priestley basically just put Nixon Newell out of action and took her women's title. And then the True Destiny Nixon Newell returned and just got retaliation against B. Priestley and recaptured her women's championship. Not didn't recapture it, she reclaimed it, as in, she got the title back, which she never lost. She never lost the title women's championship, but she did lose the, you get it. Anyways, so Nixon Newell defended her reclaimed women's title on WCPW Loaded against B. Priestley. And right at the beginning of the match, B. Priestley announced it as a no disqualification match, which I guess anyone makes the rules since there's no general manager. It's basically an anarchy. And yeah, they had a pretty decent match. I really thought Nixon was going to win after she hit the shiniest wizard and that punt right on the chair on B Priestley's head. But then, I don't know who, I forgot what her name was. Viper, that's her name. I remember. And she started just beating up Nixon with the steel chair, 2 steel chairs, and then she body slammed Nixon on 2 steel chairs, basically just ending her. It was the beginning of the end for Nixon Newell's WCPW Women's title reign, as after Viper body slammed her on 2 steel chairs, she grabbed B Priestley, laid her on top of Nixon Newell. 1, 2, 3. B Priestley is the new WCPW Women's Champion. It's alright, Nixon Newell. I'm here for you. Nixon Newell. If you need anything, just call me. Hit me up on Twitter, Instagram. You can. I'm here for you. If you need a hug, I'll be glad to give you a hug. If you need someone's ass to kick, you can come kick my ass. I'll let you do that. Nixon Newell. Remember, if you need anything, just. Right after the match, we saw a promo from Will Ospreay. And before I get to that, thank God they brought up Will Ospreay in this episode of Loaded, or else I would have looked like a complete tit. Because I want to bring up a little clip from WCPW Loaded number 22, my results and review for Loaded number 22 from last week. That I uploaded last Monday, I think the 20th. Did I upload it that day? I probably did. But yeah, let's roll back the footage. It's like he came out just to get super kicked by Will Ospreay, and that poor Jack the job, right? I mean, somewhere King Ross is dancing, happy, celebrating, wanking over this. He's blarting everywhere. But King Ross is blarting. But not too long ago, JBL fell doing the Texas two-step, and now Jack the Jobber is getting super kicked by Will Ospreay, one of the best wrestlers in the entire world. King Ross is just King Ross is just blarting everywhere. Oh, look at me. I'm a fake king. I now want to play you a clip from WTF Moments. WCPW Loaded number 22. The WTF Moments video for King Ross. Let's roll that little clip, if I'm allowed. I'll take the risk.
Bugger my bum and had a blocking climax like that since JBL fell flat on his arse. Twice!
I f***ing called it, didn't I? I called it. Ha 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 ha. I feel accomplished. Why? Wow. I'm sitting in my bedroom. Wow. He's dressed as a king. I might as well buy a plastic crown and cape from Amazon. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's like $10 for the whole thing. Maybe a scepter as well. Maybe I'll wear these I can wear these sunglasses as well. Probably look cool. Point is, I'm coming for your job. No, I'm not. I'm not coming for his job. I'm just kidding. I'm just taking the piss. I apologize. It's all fun and games here, guys. Don't take things too seriously, little rascals. Anyways, Will Ospreay cut a promo on Drew Galloway because he said at Exit Wounds he will capture the WCPW Championship from Drew Galloway, and yeah, we'll just have to wait and see if that comes true. Next, we had Liam Slater faces Zack Sabre Jr. As I mentioned before, Liam Slater challenged Zack Sabre Jr. to a match on WCPW Loaded. They had a brilliant match, a really good technical specimen, and Liam Slater ended up standing tall. He beat Zack Sabre Jr. What was a good match, good stuff all around. So, yeah, I just want to mention something. Was the crowd chanting "We want Sable" and Stacy Keibler during the episode of Raw? Or were they chanting "We want tables" and something else? Because, first of all, why would they chant "We want Sable"? Why would they chant Stacy Keibler? I don't understand. UK crowds are they're just weird. They're just strange. You people are strange. You drive on the wrong side of the road. You call the wrong sport football. You're just strange. And then finally, the main event. Joe Hendry faces Alberto El Patron, or as Jim Ross keeps on calling him, Alberto Del Rio. So I guess time for the, oh well, screw it. It's Jim Ross. Oh my God, it's gone. Oh my gosh. Oh dear. Wow. God damn it. As you all know, Del Rio is, the name Del Rio is owned by WWE. But however, Jim Ross kept on saying Alberto Del Rio during WCPW Loaded. So I guess WCPW had a good run. 23 episodes. Whew, that's a crap ton of episodes there. I mean, they lasted longer than everyone else thought. I'm just kidding. I'm just taking the piss. Look at me. Taking the piss out of things. Ooh, I'm just heating the rivalry up, aren't I? Oh, that's not all. Let me show you a little image. Right. Freaking hell. Okay, so, I mean, I guess it's an easy mistake to make. I mean, ALBERTOELPATRON. Don't forget the little shtick. The little shtick above the O in Patron, because they wrote Albero El Patron, not Alberto El Patron. Little monkeys, silly little gooses. It's alright. People make mistakes all the time. I mean, I probably made a bunch of mistakes in this video, but who knows? I don't have any editors, do I? I'm not a big company. Taking the piss again. Look at me. I'm on fire tonight. So El Patron faces Joe Hendry finally after Joe Hendry turned on Kurt Angle, turned heel at True Destiny. El Patron looked to avenge his buddy and just faced Joe Hendry, and they had a pretty good match, I guess. And towards the end, we saw Joe Hendry knock out the ref with a clothesline, and then Joe Hendry brought a steel chair in. Then Travis Banks and Joe Coffey ran out of the ring. Still, I don't know if Travis Banks was a face or a heel, but he's a heel now. And as I mentioned, it wasn't the last time we saw Joe Coffey. And then, as Joe Hendry was about to attack him with a steel chair, Travis Banks and Joe Coffey, they stop him. But then, they look at each other, they smirk, they start beating up Alberto El Patron. Oh, I'm going to call him Albero El Patron. Nah, I'll stop. Alberto El Patron, he just kept on getting beat up by Joe Coffey and Travis Banks. And then, Joe Hendry just got, hit him in the head with the steel chair, got the 1-2-3, got the victory over El Patron. I guess we're seeing the birth of a new stable. I don't know, because as soon as the match ended, like 10 seconds later, show ends, and then we see another advert, because who else is surprised? So those are my WCPW Loaded number 23 results review. What do you guys think of the show? Tell me in the comments below. Should I continue taking the piss out of WCPW? I don't know. It's all fun and games, guys. I don't take anything seriously. Look, I mean, look at me still wearing a Yankee shirt in 2017. It's not even a baseball season. They haven't been relevant since 2009. I'm still gonna be a fan. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I changed my Twitter ad for the 900th time. My Twitter is now Mr. Marvelous One, which I'm probably gonna keep that for a while. I really want Marv to be my ad, but the user at Marv, they haven't. Well, she has. It was a girl. It's a female. It's a woman who hasn't used Twitter in several years. So I'm hoping I can probably try and get the @Marv, because if I get Marv, I will keep that forever until I die. But for now, I'm gonna have to stick with Mr. Marvelous One. So you can follow me on Twitter there. I also have Instagram. If you want to follow me there, go ahead. I don't really post anything. Actually, I don't post anything at all there. Probably post a story here and there, but other than that, really nothing. But I can follow you back if you want. I mean, I guess I can follow you back on Instagram. It's down in the description below. And any support, just liking, sharing, subscribing is greatly appreciated. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.